chakras. Within chakras, we have some major chakras, minor chakras, and mini chakras, etc. So all these things constitute in the form of a soul, right? Soul and human being. So like universe, in universe we very well know that we are having so different elements. So we are having many galaxies. So in each galaxy we are having different planets, and within those planets the system is completely different. Even if we take our Earth and Venus, the system of operation it is completely different. If we take Earth and Jupiter, so there are lots of differences, right? So likewise, so our human system, right? Our human system is also what to say works in similarity with our solar system and our entire galaxy. It is also like that. So that is the concept of bioenergy. So now we have to know what is bioenergy and what is the impact of bioenergy over a human health system. So whether it is a defensive one or whether it is a offensive one. So likewise, so we have to know the concepts. So basically, so our health is dependent on having certain bioenergies, right? Those who are having some vibrant energy fields, so that is freely flowing over the body. And this particular concept of energy therapy would be our future mission. And also, it might be treated as the alternate energy medicine. Maybe in the future, after some 20 or 30 years, or even at the 15 years, so it will be treated as so the great alternative to all existing medicines. So we as academicians, so very well know about all sorts of energy, right? So we might have heard about the potential energy, some kinetic energy, electromagnetic energy. So in some thermodynamics, we might have heard about heat energy, wind energy, and so on. So likewise, our human body as a whole, it is comprised of energy elements, right? So those energy elements are called as what is it? It may be called as bioplasmic energy body, or a glowing energy body that surrounds our physical body, but it is subtle in nature, right? So that is the important terminology. So it is very subtle in nature. So subtle is what is it? Subtle is a word which refers to a term which is so delicate, or which is so which can be described in the highest form in such a way that it cannot be seen by naked eyes or by a normal human beings. In such a way, the word subtle is being highly described in all sorts of dictionaries. So we as a person should be able to realize or feel the subtle energy, the bodies, the channels, and all aspects of this energy concept within ourselves. So one who knows the system of operation within ourselves, and also the channels flowing through it, the junction points, the nadis, etc. So then he can excel anything. So in his particular life. So that's about the overview of human bioenergy fields. And so coming to scientific point of view, so this particular field emerges as a scientific domain. So in the current scenario, and also it greatly helps to understand the complex concept of this homeodynamic regulation, right? Homeodynamic regulation of living system. So this particular living system is not only applicable for any human being, it also applicable for all sorts of living beings. And so to your wonder, I want to quote one more point. Even all sorts of living beings, whether it is a living being or whether it is a non-living being, any object, it is having certain sorts of energy. So you can take your shirt, your watch, your pen, etc. All sorts of objects are having certain energy levels, certain frequency levels, so that can grasp or attract some positive energy, and they can feed inside our existing body level, so that there can be certain miracles in our life. So hence in nowadays, so this kind of research activity or phenomenon or the working mechanism is best described as energy medicine. So like Siddha medicine or homeopathy medicine, So this particular bioplasmic energy treatment is nowadays called as an energy medicine. So this energy medicine can be in the form of a healing, or by use of certain crystals, or by use of certain colors, or by use of or by hearing certain mantras, using some mudras, you can experience those energy levels. So this particular energy medicine concept, if it is known well and if it is practiced well with the help of Guru Mahans, right? So for practicing anything, we need the help of certain Guru Mahans, and we have to follow the instructions clearly: how to receive energy, how to cleanse our body, and how to activate it, how to energize it, how to balance it. So there are lots of concepts involved in it. So this particular biomedical paradigm, okay, takes a shift, and the shift ends in a new phenomenon or terminology that is called as energy medicine. So that's about the basics and fundamentals of this bioenergy field, right? So in fact, according to certain theories associated with the universal energy, all matter and psychological process, right? Thoughts, it may be emotions or beliefs or attitude, everything it is composed of energy. So when those energies are applied to human body, every atom or molecule or the cell or the tissue within it, it is composed of energy which is superimposed on the other, right? It is superimposed on each other, which is known as which totally constitute the human bioenergy field. Then what serves as the vital life energy force? It is an important factor. So in an energy medicine perspective, right? So this particular vital life force refers to as some subtle, imperceptible forces, right? It is frequently described as the vital force or a life force, or in the basic traditional term, it is called as the prana, right? Pranic energy that flows throughout the body. So since all matter and all the psychological process, our thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and consciousness are fully composed of energy. So this particular vital energy is therefore highly required to be manifested in our body. So to the required level, and that has to be superimposed in terms of dynamic segments of vibration. So to enhance our harmony level, right? So nothing rests. So every object is in a state of vibration, but some may be visible, but some may be in the form of a subtle energy. So that we should know the frequency, right? We should know the frequency of all objects. So if we know the frequency of all objects, so then it will be easier for us to connect with all the objects. So imagine that we are having a remote, right? Imagine that we are having a remote with us. So we are just sending the tuning frequency. You are just selecting the channel number 110, 210, 310, etc. So immediately the infrared rays or ultraviolet rays has been passed into the TV receiver or the DVD receiver, anything. So immediately the channel is changed. Likewise, so one should know how to connect with the higher soul using these kind of frequency concepts. So when we might be frequently using the term called we both are in the same frequency level. So by chance or by choice, we are using this word in our day-to-day life. I hope I will be right on this point. So knowingly or unknowingly, so this particular term frequency comes into effect. So that particular frequency concept is not only applicable for living beings. So once again I want to quote that so this particular concept is you can even communicate with a non-living being. So you can move a paper, or you can energize any object, you can energize any crystal, or you can program any, even can program your pen. If you use that pen, right, if you use a programmed pen, so that pen will yield you higher sorts of positive energy. So that this frequency level is very important in all aspects of our life, right? So that's about the basic and fundamental of human bioenergy fields, vibration, and everything. So now coming into the energy aspect, as we quoted before, So the two important elements of our energy body is chakra, and second one it is aura, right? So first we have to know what is a chakra. So in fact, so nowadays many persons are talking about the word chakras, but however, so they are not knowing the concepts in deep about it. So let us see what are the things happening in chakra and what are the things happening with the aura. So in fact, the Sanskrit word chakra translates the meaning into a wheel or a disc, right? So in any sorts of yoga, meditation, or Ayurvedic concept, so this particular chakra term refers to wheels of energy throughout the body. And what to say? So this particular chakras are treated as spinning vortex of our energy. So that is not seen. That cannot be normally seen with the human eyes, but it can be felt and sensed with some intuition or certain clairvoyance. So that is the important thing. So this particular invisible energy, right? So this particular invisible energy, it is called as prana, or it is called as the vital life force, which keeps us very vibrant, healthy, and alive throughout our life. So this kind of chakras store the energy in the form of thoughts, in the form of feelings, memories, experiences, and our actions. So, to your understanding, I would like to quote one more point. So, this particular chakras are what to say? They are treated as our self energy centers, and this particular chakras are the opening. This particular chakras are the opening points to our aura. It serves as the opening points to our aura to flow in and flow out of the body. So then only, so it can be in a cyclic pattern. The main function, or what to say, the main function or the aim of this energy centers are to improve our physical, mental, and spiritual consciousness. Okay, so in fact, when a person, if he is more conversant about the development in three dimensions, that is in physical, mental, as well as in spiritual concept, then he will be highly conscious. So that is the main thing behind activation of chakras. So this particular chakras influence our direct present and future mindset, our behavior, emotional health, actions, etc. So the life force in each chakra can be processed and it can be transmuted and released so that we consciously manifest what we call in. So rather than the experience of the same. And first we should know what are the things that is being in an aura. So aura is also an interesting point. Like chakras, aura is also an interesting point. So first we have to know what is an aura. So aura is nothing but it is a glowing phenomenon of energy pattern, right? It is a glowing phenomenon of energy pattern which surrounds the bioplasmic physical body. It is a radiating luminous cloud. It surrounds the human physical body, right? Uh, in fact, the concept dates back to the ancient images that is being drawn from Egyptian sculptures and the paintings that is being available in pyramids in Egypt, the paintings available in Greece, also India, Rome. So all ancient traditions and cultures, they have used this used this convention, and later it became so popular in Christian art. So in fact, it was originally derived by our Indians, Egyptians, Greece, and Rome. So then only it came popular in the Christian art. They have popularized it, and before the aura was considered as an attribute of ordinary everyday models. So over centuries, not centuries, over thousands of years back, it has been strongly believed that some clairvoyant peoples. So clairvoyants are nothing but expert sages, right? Expert sages. They can intrude into your energy body. They can intrude into your physical body, and they can see everything. So your energy layers, your chakras, your activation points, everything they can see. So it has been believed that certain clairvoyant people can actually see your aura surrounding any individual, right? And this particular aura differs from person to person, and also it is not in the form of static case. Aura and the state of chakras always vary from time to time. So definitely it will not be in the static state. So whenever a person he is in a happy mood, or whenever if he is in a vibrant, joyful occasion, so his auras and his chakras will be very vibrant. It will be in the terms of vibrant color patterns at the same time. So if the person is in a freaky mood, or if he's very dull, so definitely we can see some shrinkage pattern within the aura, and it won't be the health rays won't be in the form of perpendicular pattern when it is being drawn from the human body. So all those chakras and our internal bioenergy centers are directly associated with the auras, and the chakras receive energy from the auras. The aura serves as a shield to the human body, and we have different layers of aura within us. So here we can see the concept of subtle energy, right? So subtle, the word subtle here and refers to a delicate and a precise thing, which will be very difficult, which will be very difficult for us to analyze or describe. And here you can see the difference, a scientifically taken photograph of human aura, right? The bioenergy fields before meditation and after meditation. So here you can clearly see that before meditation, the aura is open, right? Before meditation, see that the aura is open and we have voids inside it. But when the same person, after doing certain sorts of meditation, so you can see a good development in the aura, right? You can see a good development in the aura. So with the vibrant pranic colors starting in the pattern of Vibgyor, see that we are having colors in the form of blue, green, red, orange, yellow, etc. So it is a vibrant energy field, and you can also see that the shape of the aura is perfectly in the form of a oval pattern. In fact, this is the pattern of an healthy person. So whenever a person is very healthy, the form of auras and the colors formed over the aura will be in terms of a vibrant pattern. So it is a best example of the photograph which describes human aura. And coming to layers of aura. So next one, coming to layers of aura. On the slide you can see that we are having three different layers of aura. So there are many layers. So there are many layers of aura. So we can consolidate out of the 7 layers. We can consolidate these things in terms of three categories. The first one it is called as physical plane, and second one it is called as astral plane. And third one you can see it is an example of physical plane, right? Third one it is the example of spiritual plane. So the physical plane, right? The physical plane. So it comprises of, you can see that it comprises of our etheric body. It comprises of our etheric body, and your emotional body, and your mental body. So in emotional and mental aspects, you can see that your lower emotional aspect and your lower mental aspect are associated with the physical plane, whereas your higher emotional aspect and your higher mental aspect are associated with your physical plane at the upper levels. And in the midpoint, we are having you are having your astral body, so that is being connected directly with your heart chakra. We will be seeing chakras in the future slides. Okay, we will be seeing chakras in the future slides. And anyhow, so these are the different layers of aura, and it is being categorized into three different objects. So three different classes. One it is physical plane, and second one it is astral plane, and third one it is called as mental plane. And this is the starting point. So this is the flow of energy from the crown chakra. So wherein so the complete flow is being established from phase to phase. And now let us see what is a human aura. So what is the impact of aura over other relationships, and what is the relationship between the physical body and the energy body, and how about the art of manifestation? So these are the things so that we are going to discuss now. And first, we have to clearly know that the energy body always merges with the visible physical body, and it perfectly extends beyond about 4 to 5 inches from the physical body. So, whenever you go back, whenever you are in a static position or in a dynamic position, your aura surrounds you perfectly, and so the dimensions will be about 4 to 5 inches from your body levels. Okay. And second one, that the invisible energy field that surrounds the visible physical body is called as the inner aura. So we have some layers of aura. So this particular energy body so might be stuck into sickness. Okay, might be stuck into sickness if there is a partial loss in the channels of energy. So that is called as lack of pranic energy. So pranic loss of prana in the particular zone, or in some cases, okay, or in some cases there will be certain congestion due to excess pranic energy. So that is called as pranic congestion. So we have two important terminologies that I want to insist in the particular area. So one, it is called as pranic depletion, and second one, it is called as pranic congestion. So whenever you have pranic depletion, naturally there is a lack of energy, and whenever you are having pranic congestion, then you can clearly note that there is excessive energy available in the particular area. So both are dangerous, and that has to be treated at appropriate. That has to be treated as appropriate cases in order to neutralize and balance the domain to have a healthy aura around you. So always the physical body, always our physical body exactly projects the bioplasmic rays perpendicular to our body. So we know what is a tangent, as we are from most of the persons are from academic background. We know what is a tangent. So tangent is nothing but it is a line that extends from a circle or arc in such a way that it connects only at one point. So when we connect the intersecting point and the center point, so both of the lines will be perfectly perpendicular. So likewise, so all the health rays and the projected bioplasmic rays will be exactly perpendicular from the human body. So these rays, these projected perpendicular rays will merge with the inner aura, and those are called as health rays. The contour or color pattern of the health aura will be in the form of bright white color in terms of thin lines. So those health rays and health aura are roughly about 2 or 3 feet in length. So our aura is about 4 to 5 inches beyond our body. So this health rays are roughly about 2 to 3 feet in length. So from our physical body, which is being projected in the pattern of perpendicular format, right? And now once we have to know the relationship between the energy body and the physical body. Always we treat the physical body, right? So whenever we are having some physical issues, or whenever we are having some diseases, so what actually happens, always we treat with the physical body. So but these sorts of energy medicine theory, the sorts of energy medicine theory always deals with the energy body first. And if the energy body is properly treated, so by nature our physical body will also be treated in a more appropriate format. So the energy body and our physical body are very closely related. Okay, so therefore, if one gets affected, the other one will also get affected. So both are closely related. So we have to be very careful with those things. So imagine that you are having some grayish color in our bioplasmic throat energy pattern. So in the form of a light gray or some mud pattern. The result might be you may experience some visible pain, or you may experience some cold or cough or some throat or tonsils in your physical body. So within 3 to 4 days. So that is the relationship between physical body and the energy body. So at the beginning, usually at the beginning, so the affected so area will be protected due to some pranic leakages, and gradually the aura color would be inevitable. It becomes gray. So because of that pranic depletion. So first, when the layer is cut off, what happens? So due to flow of energy, it will be in the form of a brighter pattern. But later, as the things move on into the universe, so that particular color will be converted into in the form of gray pattern. So as a clairvoyant, so what I'm insisting is as a clairvoyant, so one has to observe energy body first. So if you are very intelligent and intuitive, so if you feel some problem within your energy body, and if you are able to cure it using certain energy medicines and concepts, and definitely you can reduce the risk of attacking from your physical body. So likewise, you can save your life. Also, you can save others' life by seeing their aura, by seeing their health rays, and also by seeing their energy bodies. So that is the main importance of an aura, and also the main importance of chakras within our body. So this particular concept, the concept of energy cleansing, healing by prana was being developed and brought to the scientific world by Grandmaster Chokoksi. Okay, so he explained what to say the aura as a luminous energy body that surrounds the visible physical body, and the concept of pranic healing, the methodology, techniques, everything has been generated and delivered to the people in the form of easy pattern. So the particular theory it is called as pranic healing. So tomorrow we are also having that session also in the morning. Now we can see the difference between the slide. I hope the slides are not changed. So let us wait for syncing. Sir, slide visible இருக்கா? Okay. Yes. So here we can see the concept of Kirlian photography. So in fact, it has been developed by the famous scientist Semyon Kirlian in the year 1931 in an accidental experiment. So this Kirlian photography is a scientifically proven technique to test the auras of a human being as well as object. So whatsoever it may be. So here you can see the difference between a cooked tomato and a raw tomato. So naturally, what we are insisting, so we are generally insisting not to overcook the food, or generally we have been advised to take some fresh fruits or vegetables whenever it is possible. The scientific fact behind it, you can see in the current slide, and see that a cooked tomato is having some poor energy levels while compared with a raw tomato. See the energy levels of the raw tomato, how vibrant it is. See that it is very vibrant with the violet color pattern, and whereas in the raw tomato, so most of the layers are broken. Okay, most of the surrounding layers are broken, and only at certain points the energy levels are being dominated in terms of piecewise function. So whereas if you look into a raw tomato, it likes it looks like a continuous function, and whereas you see the pattern of a cooked tomato, it is like a piecewise trial function. Such a way, this concept of aura is very important, and this can be scientifically taken with the aid of Kirlian photography. So this Kirlian photography is a very famous technique used for capturing the phenomenon of electrical coronal discharges. Okay, it has been named after the scientist who is called as Semyon Kirlian, who accidentally discovered that. So if an object or a plate or anything, if it is connected to a high voltage source, certain images are produced on the photographic plate. So later, this particular images are called as aura patterns or the bioplasmic energy patterns of the body. And lots of methods are being developed in the scientific scenario, but one among the proven technique, right? One among the proven technique, it is this Kirlian photography of humans. And here you can see the auric patterns of two different persons, a male as well as a female. So male, you can see that the auric layers are surrounded by some violet and orange reddish based colors. In the right side, you may see that the female person, she is having an aura that is being contributed dominant by blue and green colors. So each and every color pattern, okay, the every color pattern, the shades and the intensity, the dimension of the particular color, so represents the mood of the person. Also, it represents the mental state of that person. So based on his happiness or based on his sadness, so this color pattern will be dynamically changing. It will not be in the form of a constant thing. Now coming back to energy centers, right? Coming back to energy centers, that is chakras. I hope all of you would have came across the term called chakras. So chakras are technically referred to as human energy centers, and most of us will be knowing about the dominant major factors called seven chakras. But in fact, while going through entire literature, so we may be knowing that several schools and several sages, so they have mentioned several chakras in their books and their writings while you thoroughly review the literature. So to conclude, what we can say is basically in our human body there are about 114 chakras within us. So what is a chakra? That means it is nothing but a junction point. So in our body, so it is proven that we are having some 72,000 nadis, right? In our body, we are having about 72,000 nadis. So all these nadis serve as channels or tubes that carry pranic energy or life force to different parts of the body to have a peaceful and prosperous life. And this particular 72,000 nadis meet at certain points. That particular meeting points or junction points are called as the bioplasmic energy centers, or in other terms in Sanskrit they are called as chakras. So totally, so there are about 114 chakras within our human system, in which it has been classified like this: major chakras, and second one it is called as minor chakras, and last one it is called as mini chakras. So in the entire body we are having these three patterns, and we sum it up, we can get this 114. And this 114 has been further reduced to 108, 63, 84, 21, so on so. But what to say, the universally adapted system is the usage of this seven chakra system. So this seven chakra system has been widely adopted by various researchers and also various spiritual schools. They are teaching the same concept. However, in the concept of pranic healing, they are using this 11 and 12 chakra system. So in addition to this seven chakras, they are adding four more chakras. So that we'll be discussing in the upcoming slides. But the basic 7 points are called as these things. The first one it is called as root chakra, or in Sanskrit it is called as Muladhara, and the second one it is called as the second energy point. I'm starting from downwards to upwards, so that is the pattern. The second chakra, okay, the second chakra it is called as the sacral chakra. In other words, in Sanskrit it is called as Swadhisthana, and third one it is called as solar plexus chakra. So the solar plexus chakra is also called as Manipura, and if we still move in the upper form, so we can go for heart chakra. It is called as Anahata, and the next one it is called as throat chakra. So these three chakras, this root chakra, solar plexus chakra, and the sacral chakra forms the lower energy centers. Okay, so these are called as lower energy centers, and the subsequent chakras, this throat chakra, third eye chakra, and this crown chakra. So contribute upper energy centers. Okay, upper energy centers and lower energy centers. So once again, if you want, you can go back to the, you can remember the slides of those auras. We have three planes, right? Physical plane and mental plane and spiritual plane, right? So there we have two different bodies: lower emotional body, lower emotional plane and higher emotional plane. So all the lower thoughts or lower points are being associated with the root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus chakra. Heart chakra, it serves as the key for everything. It serves as the main junction point or connecting point of all those chakras from top to bottom. So whereas the upper chakras are called as throat chakra, in other words, it is called as Vishuddha. The third eye chakra in Sanskrit, it is called as Ajna. And finally, the crown chakra, Sahasrara. The crown chakra is called as the Sahasrara chakra. So these are the seven major and dominant energy centers that surrounds our body. So which serves as channels for what to say, various sources of flow in terms of our energy. So each chakra holds the belief of certain emotions and memories related to specific areas of our life. So as I have mentioned before, the lower chakras are related to earth matters such as survival or some sexual desire or power, etc. The top three chakras are always related to higher intuition. That is with your consciousness, your truth, your intuition, your purpose of living. All these attributes or dimensions are being related and associated with your top chakras. So in the middle, heart chakra bridges those two things. So whenever you are happy, intuitive, or whenever you are happy, purposeful, naturally there has to be some sympathy, there has to be empathy, love, compassion, gratitude, everything. So that's why heart chakra serves as a main key to have and lead a very peaceful and prosperous life. So you may experience your chakras or conscious centers in meditation or visualization or by yoga, reiki, crystal healing, sound healing, whatever it may be. So you can use any of the techniques. You can visit your nearest healing places and you can consult with your guru mahans, and based on their based on their sincere instruction and belief system, so you can follow those things, and thereby you can sense and balance your state of mind between your mental and emotional thing, so that you can exactly correlate with your chakras. Also, you may get in touch with your thoughts and emotions stored in each vertex. That is called as chakra journaling. So now you can see one more interesting concept in the slide now, and see that all chakras, we have a main channel, right? So we have a main channel. The main channel, it is called as Shushma Nadi. So it represents fire. So it is being merged with the pattern, right? It is being merged with the right and left pattern. One, it is called as Idanadi, and second one, it is called as Pingala Nadi. Those intersection junction points are called as chakras. Okay, so this serves as the, what to say, the flow of energy. So these chakras have certain manifestation in the body, and they also have subtler type of manifestation. So according to the talks of Sadhguru, so these manifestations are called as kshetras. So Kshetras are nothing but the place where someone resides, right? So whenever you imagine that you are in office, you feel somewhat tensed. Whenever you move into a vacation or a tour, you will be having a happy mood. So likewise, you have to keep your mood and your emotions very happy in such a way that all your chakras are being energized in a proper pattern. And the final form is that you have to awaken your energy from your root chakra so to your crown chakra. So that is called as the concept of Kundalini Shakti that is being taught by ancient sages and almost all the Guru Mahans being persistent in this current world. But there should be certain actual protocols and we have to follow certain procedure. So then only you can safely wake up your kundalini energy, and then directly you can connect to the higher body or higher soul to receive abundant sorts of cosmic energy, and you can enjoy your life. So you can excel in your physical, mental, astral, emotional, spiritual, and casual aspect. So these are the key takeaways when you are excelling yourself by purifying the thoughts of your inner pattern. The first thing what you have to do means your heart chakra should be open. So that is the main key. So what you have to do, so in order to open your heart chakra to a bigger level, you have to show enormous love, compassion, and you have to forgive others mistakes. You have to be in a high compassive nature. So likewise, if you follow certain rules, your heart chakra will naturally be open. So this chakra serves as the key chakra to open your crown. The second point, what will happen means you have to open your crown. So whenever the crown is open, so naturally you will be able to observe the higher cosmic energy. So if you want to open your crown chakra, so naturally you have to open your heart chakra. So for that, what you have to do? So you have to show abundance of love. You have to show abundance of forgiveness, gratitude, and everything with your near and dear ones. Even if he or she is your enemy, you have to show certain love and gratitude with them. So then only it is possible for you to activate all other chakras. So whenever your heart chakra is not opened, and definitely it is not possible for you to open any sort of chakras. So that's about the basic of chakras. So here you can see the pyramidal pattern of representing all the chakras starting from the root chakra, that is Muladhara to Sahasrara. So why it is represented in terms of a pyramid? That means for anything, see some of the persons they are telling that we have to focus only on higher chakras, right? And what to say, all those lower chakras are not important. In fact, it is not like that. So for any sort of optimism or any sort of achieving, always the base is very important, right? The base form is very important. So naturally, first what we have to do means you have to focus within yourself. So you have to be very clear with yourself. You have to strengthen your physical body. You have to be without any diseases, and you have to be in a very comfortable state of mind. So then only it will be possible for you to look into other issues. And hence and see that if a person is very strong in his root chakra, if a person is very strong in his root chakra, so naturally he will be physically fit, and what to say, he will be highly secure in nature. He will be enjoying his food, he will be enjoying his sleep. That may be the fundamental form of dimension in which he will be enjoying. And see that a person's level, each level takes him to certain dimensions, right? The first form of a dimension is physical stability, that herein refers to the root chakra. And so coming to the next thing, so the second thing is sacral chakra, so it is called as swadhisthana. So after attaining the security, that is peace, so peace won't be the appropriate word. So after attaining physical security, that is basic food, sleep, shelter, etc. So what a man naturally expects, he wants to enjoy certain pleasure, right? So you want to enjoy certain pleasure in terms of aesthetics, in terms of seeing some movies, by experiencing something, he wants to enjoy certain pleasure. That will be his second dimension. So whenever a person's sacral chakra or the second chakra is highly active, so naturally such persons will be pleasure liking persons. So always they will be seeking pleasures. They won't be considering the pros and cons of taking up that pleasure. First they want the pleasure, so they will be enjoying it fully, and then only they will be thinking about what are the advantages and disadvantages of taking those pleasures, etc. So that will be the second dimension or clarity a person attains by the second chakra. And coming to the third one, that is called as Manipura, right? Manipura. In other terms, it is also called as solar plexus chakra. In fact, it is a very important chakra that is being located at the lower energy centers. All our emotions, all our sadness, angerness, everything is being associated in this third chakra. So whenever a person is very dominant or what to say, very active in his third chakra, what naturally reflect means, so he will be what to say, he will be highly emotional, he will be highly sensitive. Whenever if you are just saying a simple matter to him, his reaction will be abundant. In such a way, his performance will be. So that is the future of the third chakra. And coming to fourth chakra, that is heart chakra. So it is being related with your compassion and love, your forgiveness, gratitude, everything. So likewise, and see that from the base point, your mental stability and clarity is being raised from levels. So these are the levels of your improvement, starting from physical stability to connection with the oneness. So you can improve yourself from step by step. So directly, what to say, you cannot move from this one to this one. So you have to experience all the points in a step by step basis, so that you can experience everything. And coming to the fifth important chakra, that is called as Vishuddha. It is located at the throat point. So it naturally refers to the words coming from the particular persons. So the Vishuddha, if the Vishuddha chakra is active for a particular person, his words and his speech, everything will be very attractive, and naturally he will be a very charismatic leader. So in many political speeches, we might be noticing that some of the person's speeches will be highly attractive, and after the particular speech, the entire crowd will be moving. So when we closely observe those persons, we can see that his throat chakra or Vishuddha will be highly active, and it will be free of contamination. Naturally, he will be a charismatic leader. His dimension will be like that. His speech and thoughts will be not thoughts, mainly his speech and the way of communication will be attracted by almost all the persons. And the next two things, the higher dimension, one is mental clarity, and final one it is about spiritual union. So for achieving a mental clarity, like leaders, to have some perception, to have some intuition, right? To have some perception, to have some intuition, or some persons will be forecasting the things that is going to happen after some time, some point of time, maybe after 1 week or 10 days of time. Some persons will be telling us, yes, night I had a dream that so and so things are going to happen after 1 week or so. So such persons are having higher level of mental clarity. Their Rajana chakra, that is the chakra which is located near the forehead, it is being highly active. So they will be in a sort of high mental clarity, and they will be highly intelligent and inspirational persons. They will be having excellent intuitional skills, and also always they will be forecasting the time or future. So that will be the main characteristics or qualities of such persons. And final one, the crown chakra. So whenever the crown chakra is open, so you can feel the joy and pleasure that you have been connected with the oneness and the higher soul, and you will experience the feel of the flow of energy right from your top of the head to the base of the spine. You can feel certain energy. And so these are the different levels of dimensions, starting from a physical stability, and finally it connects you to the universe, that is called as spiritual union, achieving oneness with the highest goal. So these are the step by step patterns and the futures of chakra points. And coming to certain horoscope of chakras and colors related to it. So always root chakra, it is related to the color red. and the element associated with the root chakra, it is earth. So we have five Panchabhutas. Almost all of you will be knowing what are the Panchabhutas. The root chakra is related to the term called earth. So whereas the sacral chakra, it is represented by the color orange, and in the right side you can see the factors or the terms that are caused due to the imbalances, right? So if there is an imbalance in your root chakra, you may experience some sort of anxiety disorders, and naturally you will be bounded by some naturally you will be bounded by some fears or nightmares, etc. So what you have to do means, so naturally you can dominate on some red color, you can take some red foods. So that is one of the simple remedy. You can eat a lot of tomatoes or some beetroots or some red berries, etc. So those kind of red foods might give some balance in the root chakra, or you can just chant the mantra lam like that. So you might have heard the mantra Om in many formats, but for each chakra there is a Mula mantra. So for root chakra, you can repeat the term or mantra called Lam from your bottom of your stomach, so that your root chakra will be active. And so whereas for what to say for sacral chakra, so you can focus on repeating or chanting the mantra that is called as Vam. So likewise, whenever you are feeling some uncertainty within you, right? So you can practice these kind of simple chakras, and based on that, you can have certain sorts of balancing. So also you can use certain crystals, right? You can use certain crystals to balance those chakras. So if you want to deal with Muladhara chakra, so then you can actually go for some emerald or some carnelian. So there is a crystal called carnelian. You can use emerald or carnelian, and you can use some visualization techniques in order to balance your chakras. And what are the physical factors that are associated with the Muladhara chakra? Basically, your anus and everything, the parts which are being located at the base of our spine are being associated so with the root chakra. So also you can use some essential oils like cedar wood, patchouli oil, so in order to neutralize those imbalance with the neutral chakra. So these are some of the remedial measures. And coming to solar plexus chakra and heart chakra, so you can repeat by saying, by chanting the mantra. So that is called as yam. So in order to activate your heart chakra, you can repeat the mantra yam. So in order to focus on solar plexus chakra, you can use the mantra called ram, right? So you can see it. And if you have imbalances in the heart chakra, so naturally what happens, so you will be always anger, and you will always feel jealous about others. You cannot accept one's victory. So whenever you are speaking with your friend, right? So if your friend just says you that yes, I have won this competition, I have been promoted in my office, like that. So only your lips or teeth will be smiling. So naturally what your heart does means, so you will be very jealous and angry with those person. If you are having that mindset up, I'm sure that your heart chakra will be closed. It will be perfectly inactivated. It will be in a sort of inactivated state. And if you have certain imbalance in your solar plexus chakra, there will be certain digestion problems within you, or some stomach based issues, and naturally you may lose your self esteem. So you feel that you have lost your esteem in your community. So these are certain emotional and physical aspects, so that are caused due to the imbalance in your solar plexus chakra. And coming to the higher energy centers, that is third eye chakra, the throat chakra, and the final one, Sagaskara. So if you have certain imbalance in your throat chakra, you can use the mantra Sham, and for third eye chakra, you can use the mantra called Sham, and for throat eye chakra, you can use the mantra Ham, right? So the throat chakra is related with the element ether, and your third eye chakra is related to the element light. So if you have certain imbalances or problems in your third throat chakra, what naturally happens? So you may manifest some difficulties in communicating or expressing your feelings, and your decisions might be wrong. Physically, you may be having some sore throat problem, or some thyroid issue, or some neck issue. So like that, you will be having certain physical, emotional problems if you are having certain imbalances. And naturally, if that throat chakra is very active, right? If it is very active and balanced, so all your needs, desires, and opinions will be accepted by everything in your single talk. So that will be your main personal power. And so we might have also faced it. So if we go and speak with some person, so naturally what happens in the first talk itself, we will get mesmerized. So if we closely observe those persons, so definitely his throat chakra will be highly active and balanced. So that is the secret behind it. And coming to the next higher chakra, that is throat chakra. So what happens if your throat chakra is imbalanced? So naturally, so if your throat chakra is imbalanced, definitely we should not take any decisions at the particular point. So because we'll be lacking out of intuition, and we will be lacking certain sorts of concentration, and we will be making certain impaired judgments at the point due to impression, due to confusion and depression. But those physical imbalances may manifest some headaches, some trouble sleeping, some nightmares, etc. So if you are continuously focusing on those issues, so these will be your physical imbalances within your body. And finally, coming to the crown chakra. So it is the connecting point, the divine source of energy, the seventh chakra. So it is being represented with the thousand petal lotus. So whenever the crown chakra is not open, right, it leads to lack of inspiration, and you will not be having any aim within you, right? You will not be having any aim within you. So you might be feeling very lonely, and you might be also experiencing lack of spiritual connections. So you won't be in a position to attend any sorts of spiritual program, and naturally your chance will be delayed in participating in these kind of spiritual programs. So those are certain mental issues that may be caused due to the imbalances in your crown chakra. And finally, coming to physical aspect, what to say, you may be having some poor sleep habit, or some migraines, that is moderate to higher headaches within you, and always you will be in the form of you will be experiencing certain tension and pressure within you. So these are the aspects that are being related so with all the chakras. And now let us consolidate it. So this slide represents the chakra horoscope. So this is called as the chakras horoscope. So here you can see all the characteristics of the seven chakras. See, whenever the base chakra is not dominant, so these are the characteristics. So these are the characteristics of such person. Naturally, he will be very negative, and he will be very violent and angry in nature. He will be greedy and always self-centered. He won't be thinking about other persons. Always he will be very self-centered, and he won't be constructive. He will be in a destructive form, and definitely such persons will not have any sort of passions. Even they won't get the time to stay in the queue. So they will be causing some quarrels within the persons in the queue. And naturally, what to say, if it is very active, naturally they will be very dynamic, spontaneous, and self-reliant persons. And coming to sacral chakra, so if what to say, if it is weak, so they will be very possessive in nature. So they will be very possessive in nature, lazy, and also certain sorts of So we relate certain jealousness to the solar plexus chakra, but to some point of quantum, it is also related to the sacral chakra also. And coming to the main thing, the key, so you can see the heart chakra, right? You can see the heart chakra, see the positive traits. So naturally, the person will be very compassionate, and he will be open and cooperative, and he will be in a position, right? He will be in a position to give unconditional love to anyone. So he can give harmony, he can give balance, so he can adjust anything and everything. Such a persons will have a wonderful opened heart chakra. And naturally, heart chakra and crown chakra are closely related with each other. So whenever the person falls in love, and whenever if he is able to deliver love, show love, so naturally his crown chakra will be opened and energy will be flowing into the body. So that is the main relationship between heart chakra and the crown chakra. And so if a person has a good bro chakra or ajna, so then he will be a good leader. So naturally, if you what to say, if you test your head of the institutions or head of the departments or naturally any leaders, so such persons will have a good bro chakra, highly activated bro chakra, so that they will be more authoritative, they will have excellent organizational skills and behavior, and also they will be very passionate, they will be listening to all the comments of their sub disables or their employees, everything, and they will have perfect fit of integrity, and their decisions will be very reliable. And what to say, even they can be clairvoyant in certain sorts. Clairvoyance is not in the form of seeing your inner energy, so they can be in a position to see your thoughts, see your sorrow, sadness in such a way that they can feel what is in your mind, and they can give certain sorts of solution to you. So such a persons will be having excellent bro chakra within them. And finally, what to say, uh, the crown chakra, right? Finally, the crown chakra. So the crown chakra, if it is negative, they will be naturally confused, depressed, and they will be even fearful of death. They may even commit suicidal attacks also. So whenever if a person is committing suicide, or if he tries to commit suicide, so what it actually means? So his crown chakra is not open. So what is the cause? What is the cause for a crown chakra that is being not opened? Naturally, he haven't shown love or compassion or gratitude to any other person. So that is the basic fact. But so whenever your crown chakra is very active, and see that you can be very intuitive, and you can be very gentle, and your speech, thoughts, and everything will be inspired by most of the persons, and you can even attain a most spiritual, mystic, and psychic characteristics within you, and you can be a very charismatic figure in your entire life, all right? So these are the facts behind so those chakras and chakra points. And now coming to what to say, the concept of attraction, right? So coming to the concept of attraction. So this is the main important thing. So we should treat our mind as a garden. So we know that all of us, most of us will be from basically agricultural background, or we know the process of agriculture. So naturally, when we want to have a fertile plant with good yielding capability, right? So what we need a good seed, right? So the seed should be very good in order to reap all those yields. So definitely our what to say, the seed should be very good in order to have a good thought. So nowadays persons feel that I'm what to say, I'm just visiting temples, I'm practicing many mudras, and I'm doing meditation, everything, but naturally I'm not attaining what I actually want. So that is the problem that we are facing now. But the key thing is we have to address one point. So you take two forms, right? Form A and form B. So one form is perfectly cleaned, and all the unwanted plants are being removed, and only the required plants are being there. So in another form, right? In another form, so the plants are being surrounded with unwanted grasses, unwanted other plants, roots, etc. Everything. Naturally, you just assume that a farmer goes into the particular farm and he just puts fertilizer for it. Okay, he just feeds fertilizer for it. What naturally happens? The fertilizer is being absorbed both by the unwanted plant and the required plant. So all the plants, what to say, are accelerated. All the plants are being accelerated to higher levels and it grows. So both the wanted things and unwanted things are growing in a very great pattern. So that is the main problem we are facing in our day-to-day life, that we are not exactly getting the thing what we think. So that is the main problem. So naturally, what we have to do, what is the process that is being taken part in any farm? So the process is we have to first remove all the unwanted plants in it. So that is in Tamil we say that kalai eduthal. In Tamil we say the process as kalai eduthal. In that particular process, in the farm, all the unwanted plants are being removed, right? After removal of all the unwanted forms, unwanted plants, so naturally the farmer, what to say, he just shows or he just puts the fertilizer into the, what to say, into the farm in such a way that the energy levels are being absorbed only by the required plants, right? So hence, the process is being divided into three phases. So first one, it is called as cleansing. Second one, it is called as what to say, balancing, and third one, it is energizing or activation. Activation. Naturally, the we people, what we miss is the cleansing process. Generally, we have an ancient tradition that whenever we are moving on to, whenever we are going to temples or some sacred places, what generally we will be doing? We will be taking some good bath, right? Or naturally, before moving into the temple, so we will be cleaning our hands, we'll be cleaning our heads, face, etc. Why we are doing everything? In order to remove all the unwanted energies that is being situated within our subtle body, subtle energy level. You're just cleaning it, because if you want any temple, so temple is like a power station of cosmic energy. It is having abundant cosmic energy within the particular zone. That's why our ancient persons have built temples in certain geographical locations. So so you have to clean yourself, you have to clean yourself, and after cleaning you have to energize yourself. So that is the basic concept. And let us have one simple exercise. So I want all the participants to feel your power, so within this 5 days, right? So now it is Monday. At least at the end of feedback session, I hope at least two or three participants might feel the power of your attraction capability. I'm just telling you a simple exercise as of now. So you just think any three-digit number within your mind, right? You think any three-digit number within your mind, and you can assume any currency. You can assume a bill of 10 rupees, or you can just assume a currency bill, right? So maybe it may be a 10 rupee note, or 20 rupees note, 50 rupee, 100 rupee, whatever it may be. You just ignore the currency, but you just remember the number, right? So how many digits will be there in a currency? So we will be having three alphabets, right? We will be having three alphabets and six numbers. Either you can take the first three numbers, or either you can take the last three numbers. All the participants, you please think any number as per your own choice. You please think any number and you in your mind. So daily, before sleeping, or whenever if you are free, you just imagine that you're going to some shop, or you're going to some petrol bunk, or anything. You're doing some purchase, and one person is giving you a currency bill that carries the particular three numbers. So daily, you think of it before you are sleeping, and also you have to visualize it. So that is the main concept. So thinking is not essential to get your attraction. Visualization is the main thing. So you can close your eyes, and you can move into a happy mood, and you can feel that yes, one person is giving you a currency bill. You are feeling very happy. Yes, I have received the number. For example, if you are thinking the number triple five, yes, I got the number triple five. so within 1 day or 2 day. So this particular seed is being what to say, this particular seed is being transformed into your subconscious mind. So we have three states of mind. One, it is called as a normal mind, a superconscious mind, and another one, it is called as a subconscious mind. So this particular seed is being transformed into your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is your best soulmate throughout your life. I'm sure about it. So whenever you are in a position to be in aligned, or you treat your soulmate as your subconscious mind, so definitely you can win anything. So because your subconscious mind is the only loyal person who does everything what you want. It does not know whether your thoughts are good or bad, whatever it may be. It does not segregate or classify it anymore. It just process all your thoughts. It paves the way for moving into your thought, and finally you can attain it. But the degree of time may be varying from person to person. That particular time is dependent upon your strength of the thought, your belief system, your way of thinking, your way of visualization, and also you can what to say, you can follow some other easier techniques in order to manifest your desire. All participants, you please follow the simple exercise, and in the Friday session you can just share how many persons have received that currency note in these 4 days. So imagine that mathematically the probability is also very high. So the probability is 1 in 1,000, right? So since you are choosing a three-digit number from 1,000 numbers, so the probability is 1 in 1,000. So we have a very less probability, but I'm sure that at least a few or some of the participants will be getting that particular currency bill. So within Friday. So that is the main thing. And one more thing I would like to share in this particular stage, so that we naturally think that whatever I'm wishing to get so much of money, I want to have a friendship with him or her, I want to attract her, I want to buy a house, I want to buy a lot of cars, I want to get a promotion. So likewise, each and every person may have certain desires within us, but certain desires might be happening, but certain desires might not be happening at right point of time. So what is the basic reason behind it means you are not in a position to give anything. Suppose what is it? If you want money, if you want to earn more money, then what naturally you have to do? So at least you have to set apart the 10% of your monthly income, and you have to give it for the poor and needy ones. So that is the important factor. So you have to spend the 10% of your amount so to the poor and needy ones, so that they can be very happy, and their wishes in turn will fulfill all your dreams in a dramatic and a quick pattern. Suppose what to say, if you want a child, or if you want to get married soon, naturally what you have to do, so you have to help for others marriage. So, so naturally if you want some promotion within your concern, what you have to do, so you have to appreciate your colleagues, you have to maintain a healthy relationship within you, so you have to omit your jealousness and etc. So simply by doing what you want, so you can attract your aim perfectly within a very short span of time. So that is the fundamental thing. So naturally if you refuse to give anything, you cannot manifest anything. So that is the natural law of attraction. So I hope this will be clear for you now. And now, what to say, how to establish a connection with the ultimate spiritual part. So that may be your main question in everyone's mind, right? So whenever this particular connection is being established, whenever you are in a position to establish the connection with your higher spiritual one, so naturally you can receive what to say, a lot of information from your higher soul, and that higher soul will direct you, and it may give you a light, right? It may give you a light within you, and you can travel in the path. So likewise, so the intensity or dimension of the light everyone is holding in our hands might be varying. So some person's light you may see the next what to say, 1 day or 2 day within us, or some person may see another 1 week with them. So it is only based on the amount of connection so that he has established with his higher soul or the ultimate higher one. So you have to increase the intensity or bandwidth of your connection. It is just like an internet connection, right? So whether it is a 1 GB connection or 2 GB connection like that, so you have to increase the bandwidth of your connection. So for increasing it, we have a lot of protocols or a lot of techniques. So that we will see one by one in the session. So that is what the program is being planned for, right? And one more thing. So this is the main problem. So everyone is having within us, including myself. So naturally, what we are doing is we are concluding one thing, and we are going to start seeking it. You just imagine what is the meaning in it, right? What is the meaning in it? So you are just concluding that. So this is what I want, right? So this is what I want. You are concluding it, and you are going in the path, and you are searching the path. So then there won't be any sort of surprises in it, and you cannot attain oneness, and you cannot join with God, or you cannot attain mukti. So, in order to have a spiritual path, right? In order to have a spiritual path, in order to establish a spiritual connection, and definitely you should not have made any conclusion about anything you are seeking about. There should not be any conclusion. Just you have to be a seeker throughout. So, that particular seeking skill, that energy, right? That particular seeking skill and the energy, so will get you connected to the higher path, to the spiritual energy levels, so that you can experience what to say miracles, and you can experience many harmonious things in your life. But unfortunately, what happens, most of the speakers, most of the seekers in this world always make some conclusion about what is end, and they are just starting their seeking process. So this is what the problem, so everyone is experiencing. So at least at this point, whenever we want to establish some spiritual connection, some sorts of spiritual connection, so definitely your mind has to be very free, and you don't come to a conclusion. And whenever you start some meditation or whatever it may be, whatever process, keep your mind free. Keep your mind free from all other thoughts. You don't conclude. You don't conclude just I want this thing, I want those things. You just leave all those things. Whenever you are going to a temple, you be calm. You just worship your favorite god. Okay. So particular what is a conclusionless seeking process will definitely connect to the ultimate point. So that may be your global mantra that you can keep in your mind whenever you are doing these kind of spiritual practices. So all these concepts are even well told in all the yugas. We know that we are having four yugas, right? One is Krita Yuga, and second one Treta Yuga, third one Dwapara Yuga, and right now we are in Kali Yuga. So in Krita Yuga, right, almost all the persons are following certain good rules. They will be following all the good rules. And in Treta Yuga, what naturally happened, one fourth of the persons are following good things, and sorry, three-fourth of the persons are following good things, and one fourth of the persons are not following good ethical concepts. And later in Treta Yuga, it get deteriorated in terms of 50-50. Now we hope that we are in the fourth yuga, that is Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, so only it is not the fact of mine. All these things have been well documented in literature, both by ancient sages and siddhas. So even the famous Siddha Agasthyar have clearly told the facts about all the yugas in his poetries, that has been cited by various sages in the modern world. And in Kali Yuga, so only one fourth of the persons will be following good ethical rules. So remaining rest of the persons, three-fourth of the persons will be following unethical concepts. And even you may think that those persons may be in power, or they will be in a higher position with some good money. But definitely there is a factor called karma within every one of us. So what actually we are now, it is based on our karma, either in your what to say, in your current life or in our past life. It is the continuation. So naturally we take birth, life after life we take birth in order to fulfill ourselves, and our final objective should be, we have the final objective should be in order to connect with the higher soul, that is oneness, the supreme god. That is the main concept. And due to lack of time, let us go into the final process, that how to cleanse, how to balance, and how to energize all those energy centers. So we have very different protocol.
Dear participants, please hold on a line. There is a technical issue. We will be joined. Please hold on the line for another 5 minutes. Participants, please hold on the line for another 5 minutes. There is a network issue.
Sir, am I audible now? The phone la connect பண்ணுங்க, audible இருக்கான்னு பாருங்க. கனெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? Yeah, it is. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. It is audible. And so we have experienced an what is a power shutdown in our operating this. We have waited the technicians, and they will be coming in another couple of minutes. And in the meanwhile, what is I want to close this session. So how to balance and how to activate those energy centers and auras, everything. So that we will discuss. So the first thing we can do certain sorts of meditation, right? So we can go for certain meditation. There are different types of meditation. So meditation on inwards, so transcendental meditation, meditation on stillness. It is a very important concept. Likewise, we have lots of meditations. Second one, we can practice. Like even at our workplaces, you can play some mantras, or you can hear mantras. So chant those mantras, hear those mantras. You also want to say you can. Yes, sir. We will share the PPT. So we are having a power problem in our lab, sir. Shortly, we will be sharing it. So please hold on for another 5 minutes. So the technical persons have came here, and we will resume the presentation in 2 or 3 minutes. Until then, I'm just giving only and the second one, we can use colors that is called as aromatherapy. So for each and every color, so there are certain meanings, right? For each and every, whenever you are using green color, there is a particular meaning. If you want to stabilize certain thing, you can use blue color. So likewise, even in pranic healing process, so naturally, so the blue color it is used for stabilization. Okay, and third thing, you can practice yogas. Ini system open. So we can practice yogas and yoga mudras, and also you can use crystals. We can use crystals. So for each and every aspect, whenever if you want to go out of some black magic or everything, we can use a crystal that is called as black tourmaline. So black tourmaline is an excellent crystal that gives you so much of protective energy. And if you want to have some love within you, that is maybe with you and your wife, or with you and your children. Some persons are repeatedly informing me that whenever I'm going for such kind of sessions, so they are telling that I could not get the appropriate love from my wife or husband or so on, so everything. So you can use certain crystals for it. There is a crystal called rose quartz. Okay, so whenever the particular crystal, even you should not place the crystal. You should what to say? You should cleanse the crystal, and you should program the crystal in such a way that the program is being given in order to unite you and your wife. So likewise, it has to be programmed. So after programming only, so it becomes it starts to radiate. It starts to radiate out of it. So likewise, you can use crystals, and also you can program your subconscious mind. So that is also one concept. And you can even use the concept of cymatics. So cymatics is the combination of sound and wave pattern. The wave patterns that are being generated. So by the aid of sounds, and you can use aromatherapy. So as I mentioned you before, you can use some sandalwood oil, jasmine oil, juniper, etc. There are cedarwood oil, so likewise, there are lots and lots of aroma oils that has been used from our ancient tradition. You can use any one of it. So that is also one of the methodology. So right, so out of which we can use anything in order to have a healthy, peaceful, and prosperous life. So, what are the advantages of practicing these kind of techniques? Means so we can have a very peaceful, prosperous, and very harmonious life, and we can have good relationship between your colleagues, and also we can spend lovable time with our family, with our children, with lots of love, compassion, vibrance, and everything. So you can easily get your promotion, you can easily get your salary hike, and you will be in a position to accept and forgive each and everyone's fault. That is the main thing. You can be completely free of what to say fear and everything in the matter of survival. You will not worry about the matter of survival, and you will be very free, and you will be very light. In fact, so those are the key advantages of practicing so these systems. By God's grace, we have connected again, and just a minute, I'll be back with the PPT. first meeting option enable பண்ணுங்க. Participants, I request you to wait for another 2 minutes. So we are joining in our system. அதுல பேசலாமா? Yeah, I hope the slides will be visible for you right now to all the participants. And see that meditation, so vibration therapy, we have discussed everything by practicing crystal healing, yogas, mudras, and one more thing we can use pranic healing. So in pranic healing, they will be using form of chakra, they will be using a 7 chakra system. So the second chakra, sacral chakra system, is being divided into two things. One is sex chakra and sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra is being divided into front solar plexus chakra and back solar plexus chakra. And we have discussed about the forehead chakra. So in the system of pranic healing, there will be two chakras. There one is forehead chakra, and another one it is called as ajna. So they are having two different concepts. Tomorrow we will be dealing all those things, and these are the final benefits that we can obtain using this program. The first thing you can maintain higher energy level. And second one, you can manifest all your positive desires. And one thing what you have to do is you have to use this concept only to attain only the all positive desires. You should not use the concept for any negative sort of thing. And definitely, as per the law of karma, every action will have a equal and opposite reaction. So whatever you do, it will be manifested in the same form in multiple ways in many patterns. So that is the main thing. If you give help in one form, and you will get back the help in different form. So if you do one bad thing for one person, definitely 100 types of bad things will be happening for us in our life. So we have to be very clear with that. And third important point, you can improve, you can have a better interpersonal relationship both with your colleagues as well as with your family, and you can have an excellent mental clarity with the proper balance between your emotions and productivity. So definitely there won't be any sorts of fear and anxiety. You can reduce your stress also. So naturally, if there is no fear, anxiety, and if you are stress free, what naturally happens? Your physical body will be free from all sorts of illness. So finally, you can achieve joy, peacefulness, prosperity, harmony, everything. Your life will be very vibrant and it will be very harmonious. So that's it. Those are the contents so that I want to discuss in this current session. So now it is open for the participants. So we are also having one practical session, but due to lack of time, we can postpone it so to afternoon session. So now for the next 10 to 15 minutes, we can have some discussion, and you can share your valuable feedback. And we are enabling your mic option now. Please enable mic option for participants. Yeah, now participants can unmute themselves. Now it is for discussion.
Sir, can you please guide how the crystal
Yeah, madam.
Can you please guide how crystal therapy works?
Yeah, madam. So we are having a session on crystals. I think it is on Thursday or Friday. So what we have to do means, so we have to identify first the imbalance in our energy level, and we have to locate the most appropriate crystal in order to balance the particular issue. And in the third session, some professors, some expert will be coming and telling how to cleanse, energize a person, object, and everything. So you can follow that procedure. So you can cleanse the crystal, and you can do some programming for the crystal. So what sort of activity the crystal has to do for you. So you have to program it, and you have to energize it, and you can keep your crystal with yourself. You can even have the crystal yourself, and if you want to improve your love and compassion, you can keep that crystal in your bedroom or living room depending upon your purpose. And definitely that crystal will work for you, and it will manifest all your needs.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Professor,
Yes.
will you be Professor? Good afternoon. Can
Good
you hear
afternoon,
me?
Professor.
Will you be
Yes,
will you be covering how Rudraksha will help in chakra related activities, Professor? Anytime. Rudraksha.
I will, yeah. In cleansing and energizing, I will I will insist, Professor. Dr. Maheshwaran is in fact taking that session. So I will just represent your point to him in such a way that while cleansing and energizing, I request him to touch that point also, how to use Rudrakshas for balancing our chakras, everything. I will just insist him, Professor.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Doctor. Myself, Dr.
Yes,
Sheila Yadav. Uh, yeah,
yes, madam.
Dr. Sheila here. Yeah. So I would like to know,
Yes,
every
madam.
day early in the morning between 5 to 6, I get up with numbers, like any numbers, either in the dream, either it will be time or people or shouting some numbers and all. So what exactly? As you told us, like every day, we can look into that. Think about the digits. So digits, they are different. Like sometimes 25, sometimes 15, sometimes 60.
Madam, your voice is not clear. You can unmute yourself once again, and can you repeat me the question, ma'am?
Okay, okay, sir. So you were talking about numbers, so things numbers before digit number and all. But every day I can see numbers in my dream. So my dream around 5 to 6
Yes,
between
madam.
early in the morning.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So they may be in the form of currency. They may be in the form of like people or time,
Okay,
like that. Like sometimes 500
okay,
rupees
ma'am.
or sometimes. So what is
Okay,
exactly?
ma'am.
Not getting why
So you are
every
saying
day,
that
and it's
daily you
around.
are seeing the number, yeah, you are seeing the number 546 in different patterns in your life, either in the form of a currency or time or anything, right, ma'am?
Yeah, and the different numbers
Yeah,
like every day.
yeah. And
And
I
since
strongly
1 year,
believe, yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, please, you
yes, sir.
proceed, ma'am.
Yeah, that's it. I would like to know that what exactly it is, why, and since 1 year, this things are happening.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I could not, so due to the lack in clarity of your voice, I could not get your question, but to my understanding, I am just giving a reply. I don't know whether it is perfect for you. And you have told us that you are repeatedly seeing the number 546 in your day-to-day life. And based on my experience, what I would like to share with you is, so that particular number is having certain frequency match with your life. So you can make some, what to say, you can make some important decisions, or you can do some important things. So during that particular time, or whenever you are seeing that number, and I hope that that particular time or that particular number will give you some transformation in your life whenever you are doing some important activities.
Yes, yes. And
So
after
that
that,
may
I'm
be
doing.
yeah, your frequency.
Yes, yes. Because I'm doing something,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
after doing that things, I could able to see those numbers. Or sometimes those numbers are in front of me, and then I'm doing something, so those things are matching actually. That's why I'm
Yes,
interested.
madam.
That's
So that's what I'm
why.
saying. You are attached with the number 546. So in fact, that is a great thing, ma'am.
Thank you.
Uh, Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Good afternoon. Yeah, audible,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yes, sir. I'm calling from Kolkata. I'm from Heritage Institute of Technology, and it has been a real enlightening session. And sir, if you could just guide me, that suppose if I want to train myself in this chakra meditation, which I have been interested for quite some time, I mean, how is the right procedure? What's the right procedure, and what's the right place to, I mean, actually reach out to for this chakra meditation?
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Okay. So in during Wednesday, I think in the last session, we have planned a live session on meditation. It is about meditation on twin knots. So if we are practicing that meditation on twin knots, it is based on the concept of ancient pranic healing techniques. All our 7 chakras will be activated, and if we regularly do that twin knot meditation, maybe after some 48 days, so that is called as one mandala. So if you regularly practice those meditation for one mandala or so and so, you can see certain sort of inner transformation within yourself, and your mental clarity, your intuition ability, decision making authority, everything. You can see some transformation within yourself. And definitely we are going to do a live meditation on Thursday, probably on Wednesday afternoon between 3 and 5. So you can actually participate in that program. And also during Friday, finally what we have planned is how to activate our chakras. I have planned to give a short demo how to meditate and how to activate those chakras on Friday also. So we are having 2 different sessions, ma'am. I hope those sessions will act as a primer in order to enable you to search more and more sorts of different types of meditations in your upcoming life.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello. Sir, Raja sir, may I audible, sir?
Yeah, audible, Dr. Murli.
Yes, sir. Sir, Raja sir, actually, this is a wonderful session, and there may be a lot of takeaways from your session, sir. So I have 2 queries with you, right? Sir, is
Yes.
there any relationship between the colors of chakras and the color patterns of auras?
Yeah, definitely the color pattern of aura has a impact in the sense mood and our perception, everything. So naturally we know that we have some vibrant color patterns and some dull color patterns, everything. I'm just quoting this example with reference to the art of pranic healing that is being delivered, being given to us by Master Chokoksi. So he has just mentioned that whenever we are taking an photograph or everything, some what to say, light gray fonts indicate that there are certain flaws in the energy body at the particular aspect. So if there are some flaws at the particular point, so directly what happens in turn, it will affect the chakras. It will affect the flow of energy in the energy body. So then it will affect the chakra. So then it will affect the flow of vital force, that is pranic energy. And after what to say, certain time, there will be a manifestation of disease in our physical body. So hence color has definitely an impact over it. And as I mentioned you before, I'm just quoting only one example now. So naturally the color blue, it is used for stabilization. Okay. So whenever you want to stabilize anything, so naturally we can use the color blue. So likewise, so each color of aura has certain impact over our physical life as well as our mental and emotional moods.
Yes, sir. Sir, and my second question is, sir, if a person has some imbalances in particular chakra, right? Suppose if he
Yes.
wants to balance those particular chakras, suppose if I want to be a good orator or if I want to inspire someone, whether one can able to activate those particular chakra, or we have to activate, or it is a combination of all these 7 chakras.
Yeah, that is a very fantastic question, Dr. Morley. In fact, the answer for this question will give answers for many questions that the participants might be thinking. So naturally, you imagine our physical system. You just think whenever if our heart is good and some other parts are weak, what happens naturally? So your system cannot function in its fullest form. Am I right? So likewise, so even though if you want to be, as you mentioned, even though if you want to be a good orator, or if you want to have some good communication skill, so naturally you can focus on your third chakra and you can have some balance. Your skills will be enhanced. There is no doubt in it. So when you compare your previous presentation and your current presentation after energizing, so there will be certain difference. So there will be certain increase in your pitch. But the fact is whether it is being attracted by participants or not. So that is the main question behind it. That whether your contents are acceptable. So whether so it is being attracted by many persons. So for what is it for having that fullness, that to achieving that oneness, all those chakras has to be aligned and balanced perfectly. And once again, I'm insisting the same point. The main key is located in your heart chakra. The first thing we have to open and we have to activate the chakra. So that is the key for all chakras. Dr. Murli?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Raja sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the difference between Reiki and pranic healing?
Yes, madam. Madam, in fact, so pranic healing uses the vital pranic energy. So we have 3 types of prana. So naturally, as per the science of pranic energy is being absorbed from light, space, as well as earth. So those are the sources of pranic energy. But whereas in Reiki, what we are doing is that so they are using certain sorts of symbols, they are using certain sorts of what to say, colors, and so that is a complete different theory that is being developed. Both has its own principles and working methodologies, but the final output is similar. So that's what I'm saying, ma'am. So you can follow any one of the procedure in which you are interested in it. Either if you are interested in pranic healing, then definitely you can go for a pranic healing. And so in fact, Reiki is a healing technique that is what to say, that is based on a therapist. He can channelize the energy into a passion by means of a touch. Okay, by means of a touch. It is based on the natural healing process to restore its physical and emotional well-being. But the concept of pranic healing is completely of a non-contact type. Okay, so it is completely non-contact. So wherein the pranic energy is being absorbed from the universe from one hand, and it is being transmitted to the patient by another hand. So that is the concept of pranic healing, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, your voice is not audible properly, sir. Sir, Professor Murali Krishna, sir, your voice is not audible.
Sir, now it's
Yes, sir. Now it is perfect, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm Murali Krishna from Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I took this Reiki training session in 1995, and I tested my aura with Kerlin photography.
Excellent, sir.
So after today's session, I feel like a revision of that session.
Oh, great, sir. Great, sir.
Thank you very much.
See, sir, yeah. See, you have scientifically tested your aura before and after doing Reiki healing, and
Yes,
see that, yeah, Professor Murali Krishna is just giving his experience that his aura has completely changed before that healing process and after that healing process, and definitely it is a very great news for us, and it is one of the proof. It may be treated as one of the proof that all these systems are working well, both with our energy body as well as physical body. So in fact, in this occasion, I would like to thank Professor for this valuable example and comment. Thank you very much, sir.
And one more thing is, in third
Yes, sir.
session,
Yes, sir.
we have that all the 7 chakras, we can see that
Yes,
with
sir.
bright lightning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Three people are allowed to sit by adjoining their knees, and they start the meditation process.
Yes,
After
sir.
2 minutes, you can visualize the Vibgyor almost
Yes, sir.
Muladhara
Yes,
to Sahasrara.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
I,
sir.
I,
Perfectly, you
I,
are right.
I felt it in 1995, and very recently in 2018 when I undertook in a meditation program.
Okay.
So even your energizing process, almost I
Yes, sir.
practiced 80% of them, sir, except this
Very good,
cymatics,
sir.
except
Okay.
the
Okay.
cymatics.
Okay.
So I
Okay. Excellent, sir.
will try to experiment with that also, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you very
great,
much.
sir. Great, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. So I think so. There are no more queries from the participant sides. So we are trying to give more informative sessions, more informative things in the upcoming. So I think now we can take a break for lunch. So now it is 1:50. So we can break for lunch, and sharply we will resume by 3 p.m. So thank you very much. So if you have any comments or
You have
feedbacks or anything, madam? Yes, ma'am.
I'm Rajeshwari, sir, from Computer Science Department.
Yes, madam.
Excellent session, sir.
Yeah, thank you, madam.
Actually, I didn't.
It will be same for the
tokens that have been arose. They have registered for this excellent session. Sir.
Thank you very much for your valuable comments, madam.
excuse me, sir. The link will be same for the next, for 3
Yeah,
p.m.
madam. For all for today's session, the link will be same, ma'am. You can use the same link for next session also.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, one and all. Have your lunch. We will meet again by 3 p.m. Thank you. And if you have anything to share with, you can directly share in our WhatsApp group so that all other participants can also make a note of it. Thank you.